In today's video, we're taking down a Bastion, and I'm going to show you a really simple way to do it. I'll be running this with my team, and I'll be showing you my personal route on the Blue Gate map, plus everything you need to bring with you. Before we get started, I just want to mention that my setup doesn't include wall pack grenades. Yes, I know they make the fight about twice as fast, but I like to save mine for the queen fights, or for when I'm running this solo. Even without them, this setup melts the Bastions, and I'll show you exactly how to make it work. So as we get straight into it, this is pretty much my loadout. The Pharaoh is fairly easy to get. You can get it from a scav run. The hardest part about this is the actual Torrente, which is the light machine gun. But what you want to do is, if you have this light machine gun, you want to stock up on ammo. You can see mine is fully upgraded, but that does not increase the damage. But you can see the amount of ammo I will be taking. This will take medium ammo, and this weapon absolutely shreds. And you're probably also wondering like, hey, why do I need to collect Bastion for? Why is a Bastion important? So let's get into that as well. As we head over to the workshop, you can see here are all my little workbenches down below, and my gear bench is currently level 2. You want this to be level 3 so you can unlock the pink gear, the better shields. The ones on the bottom left that are currently locked, you can see here, all these are Mark 3s, and these are really worth getting. And then as we level up here, you can see you will need Bastion cells. And I feel like this will become a very popular area within the game, maybe within the next week or two, when people want to get those pink gear, or those pink shields I should say. So this area will become very overpopulated, so try and get this done quickly. And if you are a gamer and you've already completed this, that's fine. A Bastion cell does sell for 5k each, and the amount of XP you get for killing one of these Bastions at each part that you interact with gives you at least like 200-300 XP. So I highly recommend killing Bastions for money, XP, and also for the gear bench. And let's get straight into the actual gameplay. So I actually spawned with my teammates here at the maintenance bunker, and you want to head over to the head house, and you want to just go through this little path, head into this door here where my marker is, and then you basically go all the way over to the head house. This is the location that I spawned in, so this is my POV from this area. And the reason why I like the map Blue Gate for Bastions is mainly because head house is where the Bastion spawns, but because he's also underground. And the good thing about him being underground, you're not going to get like a snitch which will call in more enemies. There will be a few enemies in here which are flying, but you can just kill them, and once they're dead, they're not going to respawn. You're not going to have a snitch, you're not going to have a rocketeer. So this location is very, very good because you can be underground, but you can also get the high ground. Make sure you put a pin on that massive circle so you know where you're going. Otherwise, you can get lost in these tunnels. They are quite confusing if it's your first time coming down here. Just be wary if there is any players, but you can see me and my teammates have put our weapons away, and we're just running straight to that location. It's actually very quiet at the moment, but I know this location might get busy as players progress through the level up systems to get that gear bench. You just want to be careful just in case players are just lingering in the corners. You know what players are like, especially in an extraction shooter. People are very ratty, so just be careful. And I do feel like this area is going to get very, very populated very quickly. And if one of your teammates does have a Torrente, the good thing about using the Torrente is essentially if you use it, you want to make sure you're crouched. Otherwise, your bullet spread is going to be horrendous. You just want to make sure as you're shooting that you're crouched, and the amount of damage you'll do is absolutely insane. You'll be able to see it in this video here. And I just wanted to show this cool little route as well. So if you come to this location, I told my teammates, hey, let's take the vent. And they're like, hey, what vent? So my teammates are coming to this location now. You have Jay and Smalley Biggs with me. And as you go through this location, you basically end up already on the high ground. You don't have to deal with the Bastion. You don't have to run past it or sneak past it. You don't have to shoot any of those balls. And you can see I'm already on the top vent, which is a little sneaky little location, which is really, really good. You can also use this way to extract if any players do end up jumping on you. So the good thing about this location as well now, so my two teammates are staying next to the vent, and I'm going to be the person behind it. And I'm going to make a little quick cut in the video to explain something. I want to tell you its weak spots. So my teammates were shooting its legs at the little yellow locations, but from my point of view, with the light machine gun, you want to hit that yellow charger on the back of it. It's very clear to see in this clip here. So that's why I've made the cut in the video. You can see that yellow charger pack. That is what you're going to shred with a light machine gun. Let's get into it. I do want to mention as well, do be careful as you come across the vent. If the Bastion is on you, you're going to have a very, very rough time. Just like my mate does here. Smalley Biggs gets absolutely annihilated by the Bastion. You can see the Bastion is focused on him and not me. So I can actually shoot it. But now it's focused on me. Unfortunately, my teammate does actually go down. That's probably the reason why the Bastion is focused on me. I'm going to take down this wasp first because I do not want enemies killing me from behind. Let's get rid of this wasp quite quickly. I'm just going to shoot it a few times with the light machine gun and it's already dead. But let me just pick up my teammate before we get into this. And that's the good thing about this location. Even though my teammate is down, I can pick him back up and the Bastion's not really going to be able to get me unless I just walk out and pretty much kill myself. You can see here as well, I'm just going to pick up some ammo. Some ammo can spawn in this location here. You can see the Pharaoh on its weak spots on its leg. And just be careful, if the Bastion like this, it could actually shoot my teammate whilst he's still down. We're just going to pick him up in a second. And we just revive him. So if you do go down, it's not really that big of an issue, as you can clearly see here. So this is the perfect opportunity. So now the Bastion is focused on J. I'm now going to get my Torrente out. I'm going to shoot that yellow charger pack on the back of it. It looks like I'm smoking. I promise I'm not. You can see here in the left corner, 1,392 damage. That is absolutely insane. Again, a little bit hard to see here. I'm actually standing up. That is a red flag from me. You want to make sure you're crouched. Otherwise, your weapon, burst, whatever it's called, is going to be all over the shop. So if you stay crouched, watch this. You're going to absolutely annihilate this. And this is without a wolf pack grenade. And you'll see it's already on fire. Left corner, 1,706 damage. And now we're getting third party whilst we just killed it. The Bastion is now destroyed. That's taken like 30 to 40 seconds. Maybe a little bit longer. But now let's get rid of these players. So I do recommend being in this middle area, but you've got to be very, very careful because there is a lot of locations they can come from. My teammate Smallie Biggs does get caught out. Unfortunately, they did come up from behind him. You can see here I'm holding angles. There's also a little container here as well with grenades. So hopefully you could get lucky and throw these at the players. There you go. You can see some players there. I'm just going to absolutely shred these players. I do actually take a lot of damage from the actual PvE here. The actual wasp does more damage to me than the players, which is really, really annoying. You can see here as well. I'm just going to recharge my shield. And I will tell you guys now, do not be a pirate software. If your teammates need help after killing a Bastion, do try and stay in. Don't be a roach. You've got to always help your teammates. I can see Smallie Biggs is on the bottom floor. There is no way I can help Smallie Biggs or revive him. It's too hard. I'm not going to let Jay down here. You can see here I've just used a Pharaoh shot to take one of the players down. A Pharaoh is really good for PvP. So if you do bring this weapon with you, because it takes heavy ammo, you're going to do more damage. Especially if you're good with like the one taps. That one player is down. I need to make sure I've got an adrenaline shot. I'm just going to heal up. As soon as I hear Jay start shooting, I'm like, right, I need to get back in here. Again, the wasp is more annoying than the players. Jay takes one of the players down. You can see a player here. I'm just going to beam him with the Torrente, and he actually falls to his death. So the little sneaky third party actually gets killed. You can see one of the players here. I'm just going to beam him. And on a real note, this wasp behind me did more damage to me than the actual players and the actual Bastion. So just make sure you can get rid of all the flying enemies or arcs around the location. Otherwise, they're going to do a lot of damage to you. And now let's go claim our reward. So a Bastion has so many interacts. Look at all these little circles. And each one that you collect is XP. So this is 100% worth doing. You can see here as well, our Bastion cell. And look at all these. There is so much to interact with. And you get like 600, 500 XP per interact. Which is crazy. And it's kind of hidden as well. You know, you're not going to have people shooting you from a distance. But again, make sure you get rid of all the arcs. There's quite a few near me. Because these bots right here are so scary. You want to make sure you get rid of them. And then you're pretty much free to loot all of this. Make sure you interact with each of these. Because in the left corner, you will gain 500 XP per scavenge. Which is absolutely insane. And you can see I've already picked up 2 Bastion cells. Instead of boring you watching me open all of this, because it's going to take like 5 minutes, I want to show you something really, really cool. So my teammates are back in that vent on another kill. And I'm right behind it now. And I'm just doing work to the back of it. You can see, you can't even see the little yellow battery pack. If you look on the left, 2020 XP for the damage. That is absolutely insane. And just before I end the video, I will say as well, my favorite way to escape is using the Raiders key on the far right side, which you can just follow the way from the head house and just go all the way underground until you get to the far right side of the map. This is my location which I prefer to escape from with a Raiders key, because if you use the Raiders key on the far left, you will have a leaper over there. There's no actual bosses or any big arcs over on this side of the map. And if you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like and a comment, maybe a cheeky sub, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.